Okay, so basically the reason why we want to do this is to have you describe the importance of the coronavirus and why you're doing this whole.
Okay, so everyone's aware of the hot topic of the coronavirus, and so the official name of this virus is called SARS coronavirus 2, and the disease that it causes is called COVID-19. And it's the 7th known coronavirus to actually infect humans. 4 of them cause the common cold. There's one that's called the SARS-1 from 2002, and then 2012 there's one called MERS, which is the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and now this one. And why is this different? Well, this virus is completely different to the other coronaviruses, is the way it enters the human cells. Most coronaviruses enter the cells through a receptor called the ACE2 receptor, and this gives it a little bit of a process to enter into the cell. This coronavirus, the SARS coronavirus 2, what it does is it actually activates a human enzyme, which is an endopeptidase, and it activates one of its proteins and basically causes the virus to merge into the membrane of the human cell and then dump the contents in. So it's much quicker in entering the cells, and they say in the paper I read from China that this method is 100 times more infectious and more efficient in entering the cell, and this is one of the problems. And so the other problem with this is that it mutates very quickly. Not many people, I've been reading a lot about it, and there was one report of a person who had it, got over it, then got it again. And so what does that mean? Well, if you have any virus or a bacteria and you get over it, it means you've developed immunity to it, because your immune system's activated and killed either the virus or the bacteria. If you get it again, it means the virus is mutated enough to avoid the antibodies and the B cells and T cells that would kill it normally, because that they won't recognise it, and your body will treat it like a completely different virus. So these are 2 points that make this virus quite dangerous, and the reason that it's much more infectious, and they're saying it's a pandemic or becoming a pandemic. There's a lot of fear generated by it. The death rate at the moment is about 2.3%, and normal influenza virus is about 0.8%. So it's 3 times more deadly than a normal flu virus. But 2.3% means that 97.7% of people are actually getting over it, but the symptoms are quite severe. Once I had all this information, in true typical NK fashion, I've actually put together all the formats and a protocol that targets this, that targets the virus. I did formats for the 7 coronaviruses that infect human cells, and then also looked at the enzyme activation, and then also the immune response that happens with you need to develop the B cell for humoral or immunity in the blood, and also your T killer cells that'll kill the virus infected cells, and natural killer cells as well, which can kill virus infected cells. So that needs to happen. But also I was sent another paper by a friend of mine, Carrie, and she sent me a paper on the pathogenesis of this new coronavirus, and it actually listed all the interleukins, which are pro-inflammatory interleukins, that have been found in high numbers in the people who are infected by this. What does that mean? It means the macrophages are in the M1 phase, which is they're in pro-inflammation phase, and they're releasing all these pro-inflammatory mediators. So that'll be important. The other thing that'll be important will be the resolution of inflammation, which is a different course that I've written recently, which will be coming out later in the year. And so these are the things we'll be looking at with this coronavirus. And so having all this information, I've put together a course, a one-day course for people who practice NK, so they can use the NK formatting and target actually this, and use it with their clients, or even as a prophylactic for balancing people. So, NK is not a therapy; it's a stress management system. So the idea of the course will be to remove stress from the system, so we can help people and de-stress the immune system, specific pathways to do with this virus. That would be the idea of it.